Oh, welcome back, folks. I thought I'd do it just a little bit more. Just letting folks know that that is the case, and giving people time to get back on the stream. I don't know how long I'll do it for, maybe an hour or two. So then I have to get my edits done for the videos that are coming out tomorrow. I've got this giant video coming out, actually, something that you might be interested in. I'm hoping you are. It's for a free-to-play MMO. It's browser-based, which actually surprised me. And it's called City of Steam. It's steampunky, and it's surprisingly cool, actually. It's got some Baldur's Gate feel to it, so you might be interested. I did a huge video, like 1 hour, 40-minute video on this thing with the devs. It's pretty cool. Alright, well, where were we, you might ask? Well, if I recall correctly, we were trying to do a bit of the personal story. It's a little bit ahead of my level at the moment, but gear-wise, I think I should be okay to make it work. So we're going to give it a try nonetheless. It is the next part of the story missions, and if we can't do it, then nice and simple, we'll just go and continue doing a few more heart events and world stuff. Behold. Oh, incidentally, all the dyes I bought came through. I've got 6 dye packs here. God. So I had to spend $50 on dyes. What was wrong with me? Oh, man. I have the cow finisher, though. If we can use the cow finisher later on, I will try and use the cow finisher. That may happen. I think that's a duplicate of ivory dye, if I recall correctly. It is indeed. You know what I actually need? I should probably use the microtransaction shop to get me that Insta-Bank. Where is it? Let's have a look-see. Because if I recall correctly, those were actually useful. Bank Access Express, that was it. Just gonna grab one of those quickly. And it comes to me in the mail, and then I can just dump a bunch of stuff, because I am having some serious inventory problems here. Alright. Oh, but that's the problem! Oh, I can at least deposit that collectible. Apparently there's a button to deposit all collectibles. Yoink! That's handy. I like that. Very cool. But yeah, I'm gonna use my Bank Access Express. Opens a portal, and I can dump pretty much everything I need in. It's like I can go and get that later. Is there no easy way to move that? You'd think like Alt or Shift or something would move it, but apparently you just have to drag that. That's kind of annoying. Energy crystal. Ooh, I actually didn't open these. Oh, no, you double click. I'm just an idiot. Never mind. Turns out I'm stupid. Who'd have thought it? I don't think we need a glob of globby goo, thank you very much. Mighty shortbow is exactly the same as the ancient shortbow that I've got there, so I'm keeping the mighty pistol. Just want to dump most of this stuff. This I will use a little bit later on. Deposit the ivory dye, breeze dye, we don't need that. Okay. Alright. Now we can get rid of that. Okay. This is what you've all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to open 6 dye packs and see what we have. Oh, yes. Behold, Mint Frost dye. Hang on, they just changed this. They literally just changed this. About an hour ago, this didn't do that. It actually brought it up in a separate window. Weird. Wine dye, purple ice dye. Give me the black dye. Truffle dye, lilac dye. I want the black dye. I'm not going to get it, am I? For all of these packs, it's not going to happen. Okay, we shall use all of the ones. I can always trade the others. There we go. Wonderful. We shall use all of these. Oh, God. This was a mistake. Mint Frost dye. That's a rare one. My dye collection is quite impressive so far. Because I've spent far too much money on bloody dyes. Alright, what else have we got? Nickel dye. Lemon zest dye. Delicious. You know what would be kind of nice is if I could just click on them there and automatically use them. And then I can always trade the duplicates with people. Everyone wants the black dye, always. Just like the original Guild Wars. I got white gold. That's pretty good. It's a good colour. I was asking people on Twitter whether or not I've been bashing this game or whether or not I've been chilling for it, because the fanboys can't seem to work it out one way or the other. Half of them think I hate it, and half of them think that I've been paid off to like it, which is curious, to say the least. I think that means that I've got a nice balanced opinion and that people are just retarded. Alright. Now I must customize my clothing, folks. And I've got a hell of a lot of dyes. Look at all this crap that I've got. Look at this. Look at my collection. The sad thing is that I'm not going to have this in live, but they'll give you the crystals back. So you can have all of this stuff back. You may also notice that the frame rate's probably improved a little bit because I've updated to my latest NVIDIA beta drivers, which have assisted me somewhat, although we may have some stability problems. We'll see how that turns out. Ah, yes, the delicious wine color. What does white gold look like? That's pretty stylish. That's stylish. I can make everything white gold. I love that level of customization. That's absolutely fantastic. It goes so well with my hair. My terrible, terrible hair. I have cobalt. It's a pretty cool color. Mint frost. I like the mint frost. You know, I could spend a very long time mucking about with this. Things like most of the big primary color ones are actually under the starter set of dyes. So, if you want to be specifically picky, then you end up buying these dyes. Blurple? I refuse to believe that Blurple is a real thing. Now I look very, very silly. It's okay. We can make it worse. Behold! The monstrous, monstrous appearance. I'm very stealthy, as you can see. I will stick with this for the time being. There we go. Yeah, that was truly worth my microtransactions. Truly, truly. I should go back into the story and see how it goes. I still haven't unlocked Infiltrator's Arrow. I've been working on unlocking my shortbow abilities because my shortbow is currently the best weapon I have. It's level appropriate. It's quite powerful. It's got like plus 12 power on it, so it's not messing around.
Is this the place? Lead the way. I just hope we find the device in time to save Doxa.
It's okay. I shall make my way through this security gate very, very slowly. I wonder if it's actually affected by the gas. Yeah, it looks like it is. Oh, maybe not. There we go. Cluster bomb seems to work. Why aren't they helping me? I mean, come on, look at the size of my bow. It's tiny. I'm surprised it even works. Yeah, have this gas. For those who don't know, the short bow is absolutely fantastic for crowd control. And it's fantastic for killing multiple targets. It's really good for packs. Trick shot is actually great. Like, it'll hit 3 targets, and it hurts. It really, really does. It's got good crit chance as well.
How interesting.
Onward we go. Aside from that, you've got a choking gas ability and a cluster bomb. Disabling shot will send you flying backwards, just in case you happen to have any problems there. We're going to start off with some gas, and then we're going to aim that slightly ahead, because that's going to pull them forward. There we go, and they're going to run right into it. And then if I need to get out of range, just a disabling shot will give me a quick hop backwards. I do have Infiltrator's Arrow, which I recall correctly is a Shadow Step ability. There we go. Yeah, but with this one, like Shadow Step, you've actually got to kind of aim it, so you can use this to move around the place.
I'm nigh invincible.
Something along those lines. Like, people keep asking me what concerns I've got about this game. I think endgame is probably the biggest concern. The reason I'm concerned about the endgame is that we've barely seen a damn bit of it. We've seen events here and there, and I've played some higher level stuff in some fairly limited areas at a couple of different trade shows, but in these betas, none of the content's really designed for anyone above level 25, and then there's, of course, the PvP at the end.
Excelsior. Like,
my experience with World versus World wasn't exactly... It wasn't exactly positive. Like, I was rather confused by it. I think, like, it was just... It was too big a mess. There was so much crazy nonsense going on. I preferred the more organized battlegrounds.
This is genius, unbound by morality, with a heaping helping of jerk.
Indeed. Let's take them out, shall we? I think we could probably pull another one. Let's just bring the packs over. There we go. Those who are watching till the end last time actually did get here, but then we had the stream crash, so... Infiltrators are actually causes blindness. Shadow steps to the target area, which is actually... It might sound good, but it's a very niche ability. Because do you really want to be right next to the thing you're blinding? Probably not.
Interesting.
What you'd want to do is to use that and then do a switch. Switch to weapon set, so I'd be switching out to sword dagger is my secondary combo there. So you go from that, into that, into that. And it works pretty well. Down a gas cloud, so hopefully they run into that. Trick shot, defying the laws of physics once again, as it has a tendency to do. We'll do the infiltrator arrow to get there, and then we'll slice you into pieces. Works fairly well. Ooh, I'm getting daily kill progress again, excellent. That must have ticked over then. I really get confused with the shadow step kind of ability that's on number 2 with this combo though, because it's a little crazy. It's mostly because it warps you back and forward so fast that it almost feels like a bug.
The machine we need is behind that barrier. Smash those
actually,
generators
you know,
and bring
this is
it
much
down.
quicker. This is much quicker. Trick shot actually goes between all 3 because, you know, fuck physics.
Hurt me. Smash little pig ears. Now we'll see how much pain you smash.
There we go. One of those. There's a bit of AoE just to give them a few problems here and there. It's nice because it also applies bleeding, so that works totally fine.
Why won't anyone help me?
It's mostly because I'm an idiot and I'm not using my healing ability. There we go. That'll stealth me out of this. Get into a nice vantage point. Also, I'm going to put a tripwire down. Tripwire, I discovered, is a really underrated ability. Anything that runs into this is actually going to fall flat on its ass, which is brilliant. It's a great disable.
Why, oh why, was I programmed to feel pain?
What was that from? I know that's a reference to something. There's actually a ton of Star Trek and Simpsons and Futurama references in the Asura area, which I'm liking quite a lot. Like, of all the areas that I've played so far, I'd say the Asuras is probably the most fun, because the stuff that's going on is very varied, and I would probably say it's eccentric. It's very easy to, I suppose, describe these guys as gnomes, because they have the same kind of sensibilities. But they're a bit cooler, mostly because they're British, that helps. Most of them are British, anyway. Except for the Felicia Day one. She's not British, for obvious reasons. There we go. I both love and hate Guild Wars 2, except when both. That's an accurate description, I feel. Here you go, have this knife. And kite it around. I'm actually getting, like, a bit of lag in the game. I wasn't getting it earlier. It might be because there's, like, too many people on the servers now. This used to be low pop, but the responsiveness that I was getting earlier is not quite as good this time. Which is unfortunate, because I was making some really positive comments about the responsiveness of the game. It's still true, but it's just not, it doesn't feel quite as slick as it did earlier. And as I say, I think it's because the game is a bit busier, and as a result, it's lagging a bit more. Lag does actually affect the combat quite significantly, because the combat is so kind of twitchy.
I'm failing quickly.
So when you get this laggy lack of response, it hurts you the experience significantly. Something to bear in mind. Like, WoW can be pretty bad like that too, but I think this game is worse because it's a bit more kind of physical combat. There we go.
Why won't anyone help me?
It's because you're in... Oh, don't pull a golem. Thankfully it's out of range. That would have been very, very silly indeed.
I'm nigh invincible.
There we go. Shadow step to the target. Remember to steal, because stealing is really useful. Stealing is the primary ability of the thief. You should be doing it at all times. Get random buffs and crazy stuff. Alright. Successful, for the most part. Need to deal with these sentries, however. Best way to do that would be at range. I'm going to lay a tripwire here. Start with some explosions and debuffs. There we go. Then go into a bit of that. A few more explosions. Excellent, excellent.
Is that it? Is that the metaphysic fusion device?
You have something to discuss?
Let us find out if it is indeed the metaphysic fusion device. He goes by the name of Mr. Sparkles, by the way, if you hadn't realized.
Wait, this won't work. You saw the lab full of failures in there. The Inquest golems were out of control, dangerous, more golem than pilot. I think this recursive feedback device only fuses people to golems. I don't think it can extract a person from one.
My character's so high right now.
Make it do what we want? If we do nothing, we could lose her entirely. We have to try. That may kill her anyway. There is another option. We use the Inquest device to put me inside another golem. Then at least Doxa and I can be together.
That's crazy. You could both die or have your personalities totally subsumed. Then you just watch helplessly as your golem bodies go bonkers.
It's worth it. For her. She's everything to me. Listen, I know I'm not thinking clearly here. You're our friend, our crewmate, and I trust you. I need your input. Should we try to extract Doxa and maybe kill her? Or fuse me with a golem and maybe kill us both?
Ha! I actually get a choice. That's kind of neat. Story time, folks. It's a tricky one. Generally speaking, sticking the other guy in a golem is a pretty thick thing to do. Yes, that Zodger is Felicia Day, by the way, if you didn't already realize. That's the voice actress. Those little bunny things, aliens. They might as well be. They're the Asura. They're kind of silly. Hum-de-hum. I would say try and extract her, honestly. It seems pretty dumb to put him in a golem as if that would somehow help. It's bloody stupid. No, that would be retarded, bro. That would be retarded. Alright, we're gonna try and extract your girlfriend. See how that works out. Also, you have a silly headband.
Always be loyal to your crew.
Indeed. I say we do this. Let's see how that turns out. Alright, there we go. Rewards. Good
We're
stuff.
done here.
New things.
Let's get back to the lab and see if we can perform a golemectomy.
Technically, it's a doxaectomy, because we're removing her from... Oh, never mind. I just want her safe.
Don't be so glum. If the Inquest shows up, we could all die, and then it won't matter.
I'm sure this will go well. Well, I want to see what happens here, so let's continue the story, shall we? It's an interesting story thus far. I didn't pay much attention to all of the personal story stuff previously. I'm interestingly enough in an overflow server. That actually might be the reason why I'm getting lag. I'm going to have to go all the way back there for that. And the reason I didn't pay much attention, I think, was because I was too busy doing all of the heart events. I still like doing those. I think they're great. I would like to go in this direction, do maybe another heart event over there, but it would take me too far away from where I need to be. Although, that said, I could very easily just waypoint back, so I don't see that being too big a deal. I might head up there and grab that waypoint at Rana's Landing. And then I could do a heart event on the way. Maybe see what else is there. Ah, flamingos. Bane of my bloody existence. They can all just die horrendously. I love how smooth the map is as well. That's pretty cool. They've got a nice mini-map down at the bottom as well, which is actually customizable. Panda story, zoom in, zoom out. You can change the size of the mini-map, which is pretty cool. It's an interesting idea having a rectangular minimap. It's like, well, you really don't need that horizontal space, but the vertical space is at a premium, so why don't we show you that? Like, alright. That's a cool idea, I like that.
Everything has a place in the eternal alchemy.
Onward we go. So the old Gollum waypoint, and we need to go in that direction. And now I read the Pro Syndicate has just done Slender. It's like, get on that bandwagon like everybody else. Oh man, I tell you, YouTube bandwagons. They're funny to some degree, but it's just like, it's so exploitative. It really is. But I guess it's the audience's own fault. It's like, why would a YouTube commentator not actually do the things that he knows will make him a bunch of money and require no effort whatsoever? It's like, why would you not do that? That makes you actually a bit of a dumbass. I could be considered a bit of a dumbass because I refuse to bandwagon. Someone posted an interesting comment today on the channel, actually. It said, imagine how big TV's channel would be if he didn't refuse to do a lot of mainstream stuff. Like, well, maybe, but I probably wouldn't have the audience that I want. I still kind of don't have the audience I want. Like, I think today's mailbox demonstrated beyond a shadow of a doubt that some people are still too stupid to emotionally detach themselves from... Yeah, let's try them again. Emotionally detach themselves from a discussion. But, well, there you go. Can't have everything. I think perhaps there's a little bit too much to ask. Alright, provoke captivated script and calm enraged script. Intercept script thieves, activate monitors, interrogate IQ test subjects. So basically there's like...
You bring me something? Hey, you smell something? You got something?
Nope.
Hiya.
I don't...
What?
If I keep pressing F, will that provoke them?
Everything has a place in the
Evidently
eternal
not.
alchemy.
Can I provoke them by blowing them up? No, apparently not.
I feel 6 feet tall.
I wonder what you can use for that. There's probably some kind of bundle item around here that would do it.
Remind me, what exactly is it we're hoping to prove here?
That 2 Skrit are smarter than 1 Skrit, and 3 Skrit are smarter than 2 Skrit.
So basically, we're just measuring Skrit for brains.
You've just been dying to say that, haven't you?
Oh, yeah, I think this race is going to be my race on launch just because of how much character these guys have. I still don't even know what it actually wants me to do. It's about studying the script, but I can't seem to do a damn thing. Let's capture some enraged script. Talk to the researcher, actually. He'll give us some ideas.
There's some very interesting research going on in the Ack Wilds. Dr. Blint, as he insists on being called, has been distilling a drink from oozes, much to the chagrin of local peacemakers. Fruda, specifically, is investigating Blint's suspect practices. Also, Parna has been reconstructing a gate that she thinks will give access to an ancient transfer chamber. Quite exhilarating, really.
Alright. Bear in mind that I'm the kind of guy that gathers everything. That is what I do. I am a gatherer. I obsess over gathering stuff. If I see anything on my map, I'll make a beeline for it. Because I always believe that it's valuable and I like to craft. Guild Wars' crafting system is... it's pretty good. It has a lot of stages in it, which I do enjoy. Also, if I recall correctly, all of these